can take a while because they go up by small increments, and the athletes trying to maximize each centimeter as they try to get those additional points.
And as we saw yesterday, the better high jumpers milk the event for all it's worth in terms of points. That's what you've got to do across 7 events for the girls, heptathlon, and here 8 events for the boys, octathlon.
Lavarda DeVoe of Bahamas coming into this event with the lead. This is the Trinbagonian, Kimani Kent. Started the day in 4th position. Oh, knocks that one over. We'll try and get the height of the bar for you in short order.
Lots of height there, but the jump taken from too far out and momentum dies off over the bar. He'll adjust it with a move up of his starting point for the run-up. High jump in progress in the boys' octathlon. DeVoe of the Bahamas on the runway now, curves in, little untidy, again lots of height, but leaves the legs out to dry, drags the bar off, Chris.
I think they're a lot excited. They just need to just calm it down a little. They're excited about competing. They want to show, hey, I can get over this height. I can not just sprint, but I can jump as well. So they're a little excited. They just need to bring it down slightly, and I think they'll be okay.
Here's Michael Claxton of the British Virgin Islands in their familiar blue. He comfortable enough to step over the bar with the old style scissors technique, and he's showing them he can really jump.
Yes, and he's very relaxed. So being relaxed and comfortable, it's easy for him to get over the bar.
Williams of Jamaica gathers himself, doesn't quite arch over, leaves a V-shaped body position, and the bottom of the V, the bottom, knocks the bar off. If you just tuned in, this is the CARIFTA Games from Nassau, New Providence in the Bahamas, the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. It's octathlon boys high jump action, and on the runway they've got 167 the bars set at, and the boys having degrees of difficulty. Francis of Trinidad and Tobago 524 using the scissors technique, but then an accident, bar goes off. James of Bermuda, his turn at 167. Just on the edge of lane number 1, just inside the high jump apron, comes in from the right hand side, inverts and shows the rest how it's done. A smooth clearance from James of Bermuda. That was nice.
Very. And it only takes one person to get the crowd involved, and before you know it, the jumpers, they just have a jump off.
We've seen multi-event competitions where the high jump becomes stellar. 5.70, Omari Bennett, he too over. He U.S. Virgin Islands jumper, looking comfortable as well.
Very. He's so comfortable, he's letting you know that I can still scissors this height and still make it through.
Philip Telemac of Dominica, his turn on the runway, tall, leggy boy. Makes a mess of that. Tumbles the bar over.
A little more effort, I think he'll be okay. He knows he's confident. I think just a little effort, he'll be all right.
High jump, octathlon, event number 6.
We have a rich history in the high jump as well, so you should see this shouldn't be a problem.
Renato Todd of the Bahamas, hometown jumper, bounces in. He too mistimes his scissor technique and bar goes down. Octathlon all about points. Can't afford to no height. No height means no points,
Correct.
and that puts you well behind the 8 ball.
The guys definitely need to relax. You know, to go higher and get those points, you have to be able to relax and just take it one step at a time.
Kent, Trinidad and Tobago, sails over. Little kinesio tape down his left leg. Therefore, chooses a easy dismount from the high jump landing bed. Devo barrels into it. Saw some clearances at 167. Didn't see them stop to adjust the bar. Again, the Jamaican Williams. Shorter run up, little stutter step, makes it over with a little tickle of the bar, and his bid for a medal here keeps on going up.
Sure, Doug Gilbert, he knows that if he's to retake the lead, he has to outscore Levo of the Bahamas in this event. The under 20 girls 200 meters heats. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing the boys under 17 and the girls under 20 with 3 heats. So I suspect they will go directly to the semi-final stage. And all we have remaining on the track is the first round of the under 20 boys 200 scheduled for 11:30.
That's not far from no.
Yeah,
11:22 on Big Ben here.
8 minutes away from that. By the way, Hubert has some terminologies that I have to learn.
And maybe not.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Doesn't go clear. As we get back to the Octathlon boys high jump, the bar at 1.67 meters. Two Bahamians in the lineup, the leader, Lavarda DeVoe and Rihanna Todd. This is Kimani Kent of Trinidad and Tobago. Can't clear 167. Sees another red flag.
I was with you yesterday, Ricardo, when Sharika Christie was doing the scissor technique in the heptathlon high jump. I presumed that she was going to do the flop when the bar got higher. And watching in the boys high jump, seeing the same methodology. These are all-rounders, maybe not experts at the flop.
Rihanna Todd, the Bahamas, his last chance at 167. Oh, that's some clearance.
Bit of panache from the Bahamian, as the fans who are here inside the Thomas A. Robinson celebrating with him. You hear the horns. A super clearance by the scissor man, Todd of the Bahamas.
Hopefully that'll get the crowd up, you know, because it's been a little quiet all morning. So hopefully that right there, that'll put some spark in them and we'll be able to get some more electricity going, because the jumpers, they feed off of the energy from the crowd. You know, the hyper the crowd gets, the more energy these guys get, and before you know it, we're looking at 6 feet, 7
Just
feet.
a quick digression. When you're running, do you hear cheers? Do you hear
Sometimes,
it?
sometimes we do if we're not 100% all in, and sometimes we don't. So it all depends. You don't know when it's coming, but it'd be there sometimes for us. But when we came home for the World Relays and that jungle music was in the stand, I felt it from the start of the race to the finish. So I don't know about everybody else, but sometimes it'll come for me and sometimes it'll go away.
The drums at church this morning. Gather they'll be here for the evening session.
Definitely.
Kimani, Kent, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. Beautiful effort at 167.
That jump lined up nicely. Seemed like he was far away from the bar, but had his angles all lined up nicely and flew over.
Joshua Richard of Grenada. Not quite for Richard.
Didn't look convincing. Run up, stop, start, and that cuts the momentum. Want to be accelerating through the turn and building momentum for the takeoff, and didn't see that happen in that jump a while ago.
Started the day in 5th position, the type of position that you know if you can have a big second day, you can challenge for a medal. But he'll need a big high jump effort here.
For the women, 100-meter hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 meters, long jump. They're now at the javelin. And this afternoon, they will run their final event next 7, the 800 meters.
So the bar now up at 1.70 meters. So the Trinbagonian Kent has already gone over that. And I think we just saw a clearance as well for Michael Claxton of the British Virgin Islands. Finished 7th last year, Claxton, and started today's second day in 7th position. This is Bermuda's Joseph James.
The next event on the track will be the men's under 2200 meters.
James. Nice and easy at 170.
Wow, that was nice. Hardly seemed to jump, just sort of sailed over it without too much effort. The better jumpers are revealing now as the bar goes a little bit higher.
This is what guys want to see. They want to see, hey, bring on that competitive edge. Let's go for it. Head-to-head competition.
Philip Telemac of Dominica finished 5th last year, down in 11th at the start of today. Mountain to climb to equal in terms of position what he achieved a year ago. Telemac in the high jump. Oh, wow.
Big man, flies over. Not a work of art, but style points don't count in the Octathlon. Lanky, broad-shouldered.
Rihanna Todd. This will be challenging for him. Oh, that was close.
Untidy. The little tickle tips the bar off. That was almost a make.
Almost, but not quite for the Bahamian. Bar at 1.70 meters. Octathlon high jump for boys. Just a break in the competition. .570. Amari Bennett, U.S. Virgin Islands. No. The scissor effort starting to struggle.
The higher the bar is, the more it presses your technique into scrutiny. If you've got good technique and you use it and practice at the lower heights, you've done what you want the body to do when the bar goes up higher.
The Bahamian Todd started the day in 14th position. Gets over. Not beautiful, but effective.
No, quite beautiful, but you can see it's risky. The Fosbury flop, Dick Fosbury passing on not long ago. He Olympic champion in 1968, the American. Ushered in a new technique in the high jump by clearing the bar with your back to it. And it's proven to be much more efficient than other styles in the past.
I guess it's right what they say. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. No clearance for this man. Amari Bennett. So again, the bar at 1.70 meters. This is the Octathlon boys high jump. We're waiting for the final track event of the morning session on day 2 of the 50th CARIFTA Games in Nassau, Bahamas. Wherever you are, thank you very much for joining our coverage. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Ricardo Chambers alongside Chris Brown and Hubert Lawrence. I've been asked this many, many times if I've ever run 44.50. Yes, there was a Ricardo Chambers who ran 44.50. It was not me. Chris knows that because he probably ran against him a few times.
You know, every time I hear Ricardo Chambers, that's all my mind goes to. So meeting you now, you know, it's totally different.
It definitely is.
Because I'm thinking I'm getting ready to go against the competition, you know. I'm like, okay, I got to race this guy, you know.
Here is Kent going clear.
At 173.
Showing some quality here. Kimani Kent of Trinidad and Tobago in the Octathlon high jump for boys. Michael Claxton steps up now. Trying to... Ooh, almost, not quite.
No, he can really jump. Really good athlete. Run up leisurely. Trying to clear this bar at 173 on simply athletic ability. But maybe now is the time he needs to convert to a more business-like approach to the bar.
Here's the Jamaican. Courtney Williams goes clear at 173. This man jumping for the gold medal at this stage of the competition in a tight battle with the Bahamian Lavarda DeVoe. They came into this second day tied on 2,667 points. And the Bahamian took the lead after the 110 hurdles, and Williams trying to fight back here in the high jump. The Kittian, Jamard Huggins, double bronze medalist in the under 17, 110 and 400 hurdles last year, has switched focus to the multi-events this season. Bermuda's Johnson James. James unable to go clear at 173, but it wasn't a bad effort.
Looked good at the earlier height. A little lazy in finishing off the jump by flicking those legs over, but certainly has the height to clear 173.
Doesn't matter which attempt you clear on in the multi-events.
May do. May just want to be economical and save your energy for the higher bars. But yes, Ricardo, whatever 3 attempts, you get the points for that height nevertheless.
And there you go. switch in technique.
Yeah, hasn't been practicing in the competition this technique, so it may take him an attempt or two to get into the groove. Now he switched over to the flop.
Michael Claxton of the British Virgin Islands. 173 is where the bar is at. Here is James. Bermuda. James corrects what went wrong on the first attempt and sails over second time, as you would fully expect.
It's like a three-pointer in the last minute of time. Nice smooth run, Chris, and this time took those legs over in a business-like fashion.
Third and final attempt coming up for Claxton of the British Virgin Islands. Bounces up to the bar. Got the height, but maybe brushed the bar with his buttocks, and that's that for him. Doesn't clear at 173.
I think he started to use this technique too late, and maybe having jumped all the jumps in another technique should have stayed with that, but that's hindsight, and he's out of the high jump in the octathlon.
Bar remains at 173, not seeing any adjustment just yet. And an adjustment will come now. Likely will go up to 175 or 176. .76 confirmation. The bar has been raised to. And here is Kent of Trinidad and Tobago, who has looked flawless to this point. Here he is again. This time comes right down on the bar.
Pretty often that's because he's jumping from too far away from the bar, so his effort, his takeoff effort, runs out of momentum when he is still traveling over where the bar is below him, and you saw an adjustment necessary.
Seems like the wind has picked up as well, so I think several of them may have to move their marks or something, maybe some kind of adjustment, but the wind has definitely picked up.
Huggins, St. Kitts and Nevis. Made that look rather easy.
Disdainful. 176 still doing the scissors. Let's see if he makes the adjustment, because he seemed to have a lot in hand there.
Sure did.
I like the balance or the dance at the end. It's unique. I don't think it's intentional, but it looks unique.
James now steps up for Bermuda. 1.76 meters. Takes it down.
Little limp as he walks away. They slam that takeoff foot into the ground and then drive the inside knee up to get the lift off the ground. Looks like he's done himself some damage.
250, Philip Tanimak of Dominica. Massive fella, this one. And he too takes the bar down at 1.76 meters. And so we come to the second Bahamian in the lineup, Rihanna Todd. Misses first time. Under 20 boys 200 qualifying. Scheduled for 11:30. We've gotten past that now by 10 minutes. Still awaiting the start of that event, the final track event.
I was just beginning to wonder whether or not they've decided not to have that first round based on the numbers who have reported to the officials on the warm-up field.
Yeah, could be a possibility as Kent misses on his second attempt as well at 1.76.
.176 proving to be difficult, and it's what my high jump friends call a telling height, where it exposes your limits and your ceiling.
Octathlon high jump. 6th of 8 events. James gets it done. Out to the park is what he says. Smashed it. 176 taken care of by the Bermudan. Telemac, third and final attempt coming up at 1.76 meters for the big Dominican. No. Better effort technically, but still takes the bar down. And now, Rihanna Todd of the Bahamas, third and final effort at 1.76 meters. And Todd unable to go clear, so he exits the competition as well. So 1.76 meters taking care of a number of the competitors. And now a third and final attempt for Kimani Kent of Trinidad and Tobago. Deep in concentration. Big moment for him as he tries to move up the rankings. Oh, that is beautiful. Looks the best high jumper technically in the field. And there was a demonstration of it.
Very, very skillful there. Great run, lots of height over this bar. And while others struggle at 176, he seems able to go higher. Very good jump.
Oh, Telemac, he has one more attempt. Here goes. Third and final now. And doesn't clear. So now he exits the competition. As does Todd of the Bahamas. Seeks the assistance of those inside the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. 14th position is what he started the day in overall. Third and final effort. Oh, that was his best effort at 1.76, but it's not to be. Not to be for the Bahamian. That's that.
Needed that bar to claw his way back into contention. Running out of events now, and every point counts.
1.76 out the way. They'll.
And you say they, not that many.
I was referring to the officials raising the height of the bar.
And they say they. 3 there doing that job. I was thinking of the jumpers coming next, who have colored 176. James the Bermudan looked good.
Yeah. Huggins cleared 176 as well from St. Kitts and Nevis. Kent of Trinidad and Tobago also got over that 176, as did the Jamaican Courtney Williams. The bar now at 1.79 meters. And it is Kimani Kent who starts us off. I think this is a height he can clear, judging by that successful effort at 1.76. Bounces up to the bar. Clips it with the heel, I think.
Just needs to time the jump. Looked to me like it was the back of the calves as he's trying to flick over, but almost everything was clear. Can clear 179.
This man jumping for the gold medal, the Bahamian Lavarda Devoe, he's out. And so this man battling to reduce the deficit after the 110 hurdles, and the Courtney Williams over at 1.79.
Little tippy toe run up, but so good off the ground, Chris, that he can go past 179 with just a little tip of the bar.
Yeah, he was very relaxed. That's his little unique style. It works for him, gets him over the bar. He uses it as best he can. As eventually, as time go along, you'll see that'll get cleaned up and he'll be able to go higher with proper training.
Here is Huggins. Oh, he's over at 179 as well, still with the scissor technique.
He's comfortable and didn't touch the bar at all, and clearly can go beyond 179.
Definitely. Once the crowd get involved, you'll see more.
James takes it down.
Good attempt. Needs to flick those legs over. His back, torso over the bar a while ago, and legs not quite flicked out of the way. Drag the bar off. He can make it.
Here is Kent of Trinidad and Tobago, 1.79. No, not even as good as his first attempt.
First try really good. This one not so good. No zip in his step. Does have a strip of kinesio tape on the back of his left thigh. That might proscribe how many jumps he can take at full effort. And came off the gas there for some reason. That could be it.
Yeah, 1.79 meters. Just over 600 points. But the Jamaican Williams could end up with in excess of a 100-point advantage over Leveau following the high jump. The question is, we're not sure what the difference was after the hurdles. We know they came into the day tied as James tries to get over 179, not to be there. But it's a terrific battle in this Octathlon boys event.
James favoring his left leg, and maybe that's causing him not to complete his technique. Wants to maximize, but now he has to make a key decision. Does he keep on jumping with some sort of niggle,